as the cause of death. Hypoxic, ischemic, encephalopathy status post cardiorespiratory arrest and resuscitation as a consequence of fentanyl and parafluorofentanyl toxicity.
This horrific tragedy struck 21-month-old Jamari Stringer, a baby whose life was cut short in the one place he should have been safe, his own home. As the investigation unfolded, detectives noticed something unsettling about Gloria's behavior.
What happened? I don't know. That's what I want to know.
And it wasn't the first time detectives sensed it.
Neither one of them, in my opinion, are acting like the way I would be acting if this was my young and maid unit just pulled out of the driveway running lights and siren.
As detectives dug deeper, they realized this tragedy ran deeper than anyone imagined. And behind Gloria's grief lay secrets darker than they ever expected.
I don't trust Jay. I don't trust him at all.
On February 1st, 2023, officers arrived at the Stringer home on Oliver Road in Hall County after an emergency call reported an unresponsive child. Inside, they found 21-month-old Jamari lying motionless, pale, and barely breathing before rushing him to the hospital. Still, the scene didn't quite match the panic they had expected.
You have a cigarette, please.
I don't. I don't.
I can't believe this. Okay, yeah, I don't know why my ears.
You don't know why your ears is hurting?
Not at all. What happened? I don't know. That's what I want to know.
Soon, they realized this was no routine medical emergency, but the start of a much darker investigation. Detectives wasted no time bringing both parents in for questioning, starting with 31-year-old Gloria Stringer.
We need to get the information.
Tell me that
we don't know. I don't know yet. I honestly do not know. I have to go there after I talk to you, which is why I want to try to get through this as quick as I can.
Something happens to him, it happens to me.
Okay.
I need my son.
So tell me what happened this morning.
I don't know. I was asleep, and his father said that he was awake when he left us in there. And I've been up since about 3 o'clock, 4:30 this morning. As you know, I take care of my great-grandmother, so sometimes she's falling a lot, and I went to sleep at probably about 4:45, 5 o'clock this morning. So as you can see, I'm clearly tired, and we're also fighting a bed bug situation there at the house.
Okay.
But I don't honestly know what happened, because he's claimed that he left us in the room while he went outside to smoke a cigarette.
Okay. Do you know what time that was?
I don't.
It was after you went to bed?
Yes.
Okay. And sometime after you went to bed, what did you wake up to? What's the first thing you remember?
Let's see. Jamari, he was laying on his stomach, and he was, just kind of kicking his little feet. But
where was he?
On the bed.
Okay. So you were on the bed, Jamari was on the bed. And he was kicking his feet. What else was he doing?
That's really about it. He was just kind of laughing.
He was awake? He was laughing? Okay. And then what's the next thing, very next thing you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. So did you call 911?
No, my husband called. I immediately started doing CPR, and because I'm CPR certified, so I knew what to do. But
back me up though, because you were asleep at some point.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? What did you wake up to? Him kicking his feet, or was that earlier?
Let's see. I don't even remember. Like I said, he left us in the room. I think when I woke up, like I said, Jamari was kicking his feet. It was just kind of, just kicking his little feet.
Okay.
And I think, let's see, Jay came back in. That's my fiance's name, Jay. He came back in, and he said, "Shay, is he okay? He's not breathing. He's not breathing," and stuff like that. I said, "Don't say that. Please don't say that." And then I picked my son up.
Where was he when Jay said that?
In the room.
Where in the room was Jamari?
By now, detectives already know the devastating truth. Jamari is gone, but they're keeping that fact to themselves. They're using a method known as delayed disclosure, holding back the truth to draw out emotion and let Gloria speak freely before her walls go up. They need to hear her version before the weight of reality silences her. So they let her talk, hoping her words would reveal what really led to this tragic end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Emily, I need you to listen to me real quick. Listen to me. Look at me. Your son, you're not looking at me or listening to me. Your son is in a hospital right now fighting for his life. And we need this information from you quickly. Listen, so that we can tell these folks how to treat him, okay?
I'm trying to figure out what happened. Like in my room, there's like nothing really hazardous. I was showing Officer Roberts. Like the only thing that's on the floor is like bed bug spray. But he wasn't on the floor, so I'm trying to figure out.
So when you started doing CPR,
Yes.
help me get from he was kicking his feet on the bed to why you needed to start CPR. How did we get there?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I honestly don't even remember. I don't remember. Like I said,
Were you sleeping?
huh?
Were you asleep?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like he left me in there, left the baby in there with me, and he was like, well, when I walked out, he said you was awake. I hate when people do that. I was half awake. I wasn't
Okay,
fully,
that's fine.
I wasn't fully awake.
So where was Jamari?
On the bed.
He was still on the bed when you
Mhm.
started CPR?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you start CPR?
Because he wasn't breathing.
How did you figure out he wasn't breathing? That's how his head was?
Yeah, like he was just kind of like, just
Like just laying there?
like he wasn't moving.
Okay.
I got scared and I panicked, and that's the first thing I did was CPR.
Okay. Tell me how you did that. How do you do that?
Blew into his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Chest compressions, blew into his mouth again. Chest compressions.
Can you show us on this thing how you did that? Because you said, just to recap, you said that when you last remembered Jamari, he was laying, pretend like this is his face. He was laying face down, he was kicking his feet, and he was laughing, and you fell asleep. And the next time you saw him, he was laying like this, and this is his face, and this is a little belly button, and he was laying face up, not breathing. Is that correct?
So,
Were you the only one in the room with him?
yes, sir.
Let me ask you this question. When's the last time you guys treated your bed for bed bugs? You said you had bed bug spray. When's the last time?
They're all over too. Like 2 years ago, but we don't. 2 years ago, but we don't have the money. I'm sitting here waiting on my tax money, and they wanted us like $1,200 to get it done. We're just kind of living uncomfortably right now because of the bed bugs, and my granny should be 100 in April, and it's just not.
So is there any chemicals in the room?
Ortho.
Okay. Where is that in the room?
By the closet door.
Closet door. Did you ever see Jamari get off the bed? Can he get off the bed and get back on the bed by himself?
Yes.
He can. Okay. Did you ever see him get off the bed and get back on the bed?
The signs are impossible to ignore. Gloria isn't acting like a grieving mother. She calls herself a CPR expert. Yet when asked why little Jamari needs it in the first place, she has no real answer. Beneath her calm voice and selective memory, detectives sense something darker. She keeps blaming everything on bedbugs and dodges questions with vague claims of not remembering. But her composure doesn't add up, not for a mother watching her child fight for his life. What the detectives do next is peel away her unsettling calm, piece by piece, until the truth underneath has nowhere left to hide.
Can I ask a question real quick while you're looking? So, tell me your sleep schedule last night, for the past couple of days. Because it's been a long time since I've seen someone as tired as you. So, right, I get it. I get it. But again, here's the deal though, Gloria, your son is in a hospital. Give or take whether he's going to be there tomorrow. So, did you sleep last night at all?
Not too good. I probably went to sleep, like I said, I forget what time when I went to sleep, but I'm gonna say about 4, and when I finally was able to kind of just why not to get some rest, but I'm the personal caretaker of my grandmother and my uncle. We all live in the same household. My grandma, she is 99. My uncle, he is 68 with Parkinson's, and they both have Parkinson's really bad. So I have a total of like 3 kids. But that's my son specifically, then my grandmother and my uncle. So I'm sitting here, I'm moving back and forth. I just got the mattress not long ago, but all last night, like I'm sitting here trying to wash the dishes, and I'm just moving back and forth, and my grandmother, she's getting up and down, and one minute she wants to be in her bedroom, the next minute she wants to be in the living room, and my granny, she can't really walk too good, so it's like my little tiny ass trying to take my granny and, back and forth to the bathroom and get her, like, it was just, I'm just so freaking tired. Like, I take care of granny, and she is the main difficult person, and then my uncle, and then me.
But get back to the question though, what was your sleep schedule like last night?
Last night, I went to sleep about 4.
And then you woke up at this to all of this, so probably
yeah, I woke up
5-6 hours.
So I woke up to this. I woke up to this.
Yeah, I think I got about 6 hours of sleep last night.
I'm gonna tell you. What you said, Joe?
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, oh man, I'm so tired, and I just now I'm restless. I can't sleep. I don't get much sleep because I have let me show you. I have this bed looks there. Like, see, for instance, let me show you what I'm battling. Can you see it?
Gloria, I can see that. I'm more interested in what the baby's battling. Right?
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying. So I haven't been able to get much.
So when the baby's, does he have? So he's a healthy, normal, almost 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Like if he's laying face down, he can roll over.
Oh yeah, that's a grown man.
I got you.
That's a grown man.
So it's not like an infant where he would have maybe possibly gotten his face caught up in some covers or something when he's on his belly.
I don't think that was possible. Like, because if you do get caught up, he's so rambunctious.
Yeah, around 2 years old, you can wrestle with him.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's deeply unsettling that a mother of a 2-year-old can't explain how her baby suddenly stopped breathing while she was there. To break through Gloria's guarded calm, detectives decide to turn up the pressure. They carefully drop a crucial piece of information, something that makes the situation feel far more urgent. Detectives sense they're inching closer to the truth of what really happened behind closed doors.
Did y'all hear anything about my son?
Yeah, listen, I'm about to get real with you, okay? And this is the reason why I'm doing this. It's because Jamari is on his way to Atlanta. Come on, don't do it. Just stop all that. See, here we go with that.
It's bad.
You want to hear me or not? I'm going to give you a couple minutes, young lady, but I'm not going to sit and listen to that all day.
Oh my God, that's my baby, that's my best friend.
And I believe that. When you get done with all that, I'm going to ask you some questions that the answers might save his life. So let me know when you're finished. Okay?
Go ahead.
All right, so I know that there are times when you struggle with sleep. I get that. I'm not worried about that. I could give 2 about that. But if there's a possibility that baby got some this morning and they're on the way to, listen to me, don't look at me like I got a third eye. And he's on his way to Atlanta right now fighting for his life, and then folks have no idea, he can't tell them. That information needs to come from you. That information could possibly save Jamari's life.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to your knowledge. So if somebody asked me that same question, I'd say, hell no.
No,
so tell me the truth. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm trying to save your son's life. That would explain the reason why he passed completely out in 13 minutes.
And like I said, I don't know if that's...
And you did too.
And like I said, I don't know if that's legitimately accurate time or not. Oh man, I haven't been asleep in like almost...
I don't care.
But, yeah.
Gloria, I don't care about you sleeping. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to save your son's life.
No. And like I said, I wasn't... And that's, I don't know if that's an accurate time. Like I said, my son being in there with me, and he was only, 13 minutes or something. I know you said like 13 minutes. Like I said, I honestly don't know because I was just literally waking up, like early morning waking up.
So I'm gonna.
And I woke up to the sun.
There's a possibility. This I'm not saying this is what's happening, okay? But this is a possibility, only a possibility, that maybe when your fiance got up to go smoke a cigarette, that you popped a pill or did whatever. Listen to me, it's a possibility. I'm not saying this is what happened, but the baby's playing on the bed. And you relax and you leave that out. The baby gets a hold of it. Hear me? And his little system can't take it. If that's what happened, and you telling me hell no that didn't, then what you're doing is you're putting yourself above your son. You're fine. Your baby is almost to Atlanta. Again, he's fighting for his life. Is there anything in that system, the baby system, that the doctors need to know about?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir, not at all.
You understand why we got to ask you that
Yes,
question,
yes.
and I'm glad that you're not
Yes.
getting mad at it.
No,
But at the same
anything else,
time,
fine.
when they give me all this shine, put it on, they tell me don't believe what everybody tells you.
Right.
Right?
Even as detectives press harder, Gloria comes across as strangely calm, almost unnervingly detached for a mother in her situation. But before jumping to conclusions, investigators turn their attention to Jelaska Stringer, the man who first discovered Jamari unconscious. While Gloria tries to deflect suspicion, Jelaska's story begins to crumble. His timeline is a little too perfect, almost rehearsed. And when they finally bring him in, what he reveals flips the entire case on its head, exposing a truth darker than anyone could have imagined.
What happens in that 13 minutes, 13 total minutes from the time I stepped out there, placed the phone call, and by the time I called 911. So let's just say I was outside, out of 13 minutes, I was outside 7 to 8 minutes. What in the hell happens from you sitting up on the side of the bed playing with your ear, him sitting there with his sippy cup, till I come back, you're laid out like this, and he's in a whole totally different, what the hell happened in them 8 minutes? What? I wake you up. You know, I walk in, I'm thinking Jamari playing because we played a little game like that where he was just...
Yeah.
So I'm coming in like, Mari, you know, I tap to somebody, Mari, he don't respond. I noticed he limp as hell, so I smacked. I was like, hey, what's going on with Jamari? What are you talking about? What you mean? What you mean what I mean? You were in here with them.
So, look, I'm gonna skip some with you, okay? And I'm gonna get straight to it, because here's the deal. Right now they've got Jamari at the hospital, and they're trying feverishly to figure out what it is that got that baby the way that he is right now.
Right.
Okay. Do you think does your fiance do any illegal?
Yes, it's always something. Obviously, like I know she does go right.
Okay.
And I know she's prescribed.
Okay.
But I don't know if she had any. I don't know if she had. I don't know.
Let me ask you this question, because that's a possibility, and that would explain the immediate. If she had something and she was messing with something, do either one of those put her like she is now? I mean, bro, I'm telling you, man, she's having a hard time staying away.
She's out of it, and that's what I'm saying. I've seen her on that for years. She never does that. Now she had a fake one, because you know there's so much fake out here. But once again, I don't know if she had anything or not. It's just odd as to me that within 13 minutes,
sure,
you go from sitting up playing with your ear to I'm just discombobulated, I'm out of it.
How does she act when she's on coke? What is her
antsy?
And again, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't trying to get her in trouble. I don't care about that.
Yeah, she's antsy. Antsy just
moving around.
Yeah,
opposite than what she is now.
Completely opposite.
How is she when she's on sex?
She's more chill. This is not like this. This, I don't know what the hell that is. That's like, this is not normal.
Has she ever mentioned using?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
But that was in the past. Like, that wasn't. Oh,
how did she use it? Do you know? Did she snort it? Did she shoot it?
She would like smoke or snort. Or snort.
Okay.
But since I've been around, I haven't seen her do any of that.
Detectives used the same technique with Jelaska as they had with Gloria. They didn't reveal anything about Jamari's condition, keeping the focus entirely on gathering information. This time, it paid off. They learned about Gloria's history of drug abuse. But was this tragedy the result of mere carelessness or something far more sinister? Only one person knows the full truth.
Then that's when I go, I'm reaching over. She's over here, kind of this little space where I can kind of reach over to him. So I smack her leg. I said, hey, what's going on with Jamari? She's talking, what do you mean?
What do you mean? So was she harder to wake up than normal?
Just then, no. Well, I smacked her leg. But that's what I'm saying. Whatever the hell's going on with her, this shit is getting worse as the time's going along.
I got you. Okay.
Like, I guess I caught it right before it started to kick in. Whatever, I don't know. But it's very weird the way that she responded to this shit. I'm sitting there trying to tell, she's sitting there talking about her ear. Fuck ear. What you
she was talking about her ear after you told her that you wanted to
She's still talking about her ear throughout. I'm talking about even after y'all done came and everything, she's still talking about her ear. Shay.
Yeah.
Your ear.
I get that.
Alright, what about him? How the hell did y'all go from sitting up to being in this position? You still ain't told me shit. You ain't told me nothing.
So in the interest of Jamari and his health, so they're transporting him to Choa to Atlanta.
Right, they told me that.
They told you that?
Yeah.
If you had any ideas of what it could be that could help those folks down in Choa treat your baby, what would you tell me you think it would be?
I would think from the way that she's acting, that she waited till I left out, probably grabbed one of her pills. I don't know if they're real, I don't know. But the way I've never seen her just that fast, just discombobulated, just all out of it. That shit is not normal, man. So I feel like if she did take medicine, or if she did, I don't know, but I don't think it would have been a real chance for her to be like that, because she's not like that. Now, maybe if it's a fake one that she bought from somebody,
with something in it that
exactly.
Has she ever done that before?
I can't say, because I don't like we live in two separate houses. Mm-hmm. So when when we did stay together, or she would be around me with her prescription, I can tell you how she responds. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. She's productive for a minute. She's cool, calm, collected. Not investigators here, police here, something's wrong with Jamari, and you're asleep.
Yeah.
You're sitting up passing out.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? No, man, that ain't how she normally does it. That's not normal. That's why I feel like either she has some I don't know, man.
Jelaska's carefully crafted narrative made him appear as a man trying to protect himself, not a grieving father. Every time he spoke about Gloria, he tried to pin the blame on her. But his story slipped when he casually mentioned his homegirl during the phone call as Jamari went into cardiac arrest. That small detail would later shatter the case wide open. But for now, detectives turned up the pressure, demanding every last detail.
I understand that, but let me run this past you, man to man, okay, daddy to daddy. I want you to understand where I'm coming with this. Number one priority above all things,
Jamari.
Jamari. I don't give a rat's about dope. I care about a 2-year-old that's headed to Atlanta fighting for his life. So is there anywhere inside that bedroom, anywhere that Jamari might have contacted where she keeps like a little stash of stuff that you know of? That's an important question, dude. Man, and I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. When I walk out of the room, I don't know where she would keep. I would say her purses, maybe, shit like that. Now, if he climbed off the bed, because I don't know if he climbed off the bed while I was out there. Now, I don't know, but I know he wasn't in the same position when I left. When I got back, he wasn't in the same position. He was in a different spot, so he had to move around. Now, I don't know if she got up, grabbed something. I don't know, man. I feel like she done tried to do a pill or something behind my back. The fake or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. Maybe she tried to use a pill, crush it up, snort it, or some shit that maybe, I don't know. And maybe he done got a hold to it.
You know what I'm scared of? What I'm scared of is if we go in there and talk to her about that and say, look, it's time to get really, really, really real because your son is headed to Atlanta. If there's a pill or something that he got a hold of, I'm worried that she's gonna, I'm not saying nothing bad about her or you, but she's gonna be worried about getting in trouble, and she's gonna keep that where that information could save that little man's life.
Right.
Huge.
That's what I'm saying, man. And she's sitting there. I'm out. Even when the officers left us in the house, I'm like, yo, tell me what the is going on. Like, tell me something.
Yeah.
I don't care if he got a hold to.
Sure.
Just at least we know, man.
Yeah, it can save his life. We will deal with your probation later, but I mean, we got to save that baby's life. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna slide over there and I'm gonna talk to her.
It don't make sense. I left out the room. She keep talking about I was asleep. No, you were asleep when I came back in.
Right.
You were awoke when I left out. What in the hell happens in that time for you to be like this, knocked out?
Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Like, just say, if you had some shit behind my back, just say it. Damn.
So that's your concern. That's what your concern is, that she did something, went out, the baby got a hold of it, and his little system can't handle it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my concern. Like, that's what I was telling the officer. Like, please convey the message that I don't care if they got to hit him with Narcan or something to see. I don't know what the it was, but I just know that, hey, people sell fake around here.
Sure.
So I don't want it to be something fake, and you done did it. You done not. That's why you can't keep yourself together, and he's got a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Like, please, like.
Can you give me a few minutes?
All right.
Now, do you stay there ever?
No.
You don't ever live there? No.
I was just telling him I live right up the street.
Okay.
But you stayed there that night?
Yeah, last night. Yeah, last night.
Give me just a second. And look, he's on his way. He's got medical folks all around him. I will let you know just as soon as I know something. I promise you.
I was gonna say it may be far-fetched, but I don't know. But have they tried to give him anything to like see if that's it? If it was a fake?
Yeah.
If they did. Okay. All right.
I can tell you that.
Like, help, man. Yo, you were awoke, man. How you go from being a...
But like I said, dad to dad, man, I'm sorry you're going through this. I don't know how I'd be.
Thank you for being so helpful.
All right.
Give me just a minute, okay?
When nothing else worked, Jelaska tried to act broken, a common tactic for offenders like him. But on May 19th, 2023, 2 months after Gloria's arrest, detectives brought him in again. This time, they had every detail. Toxicology reports, doctors' insights, and the full picture of Jamari's death. Now, their focus was clear, uncovering exactly why it happened and how.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of get right to it. So, the medical examiner that performed the autopsy on Jamari takes into consideration everything we tell him. Additionally, all of the fluids are sent and toxicology is done on him. So that's a separate report. Comes back, he waits on that, looks at his findings, and then makes a ruling, okay? So his ruling as the cause of death, and please forgive me on some of this pronunciation. Hypoxic, ischemic, encephalopathy status post cardiorespiratory arrest and resuscitation as a consequence of fentanyl and parafluorotoxicity.
So, do you need the Reader's Digest version of that? Or you pretty much got what it said?
The findings of your son's toxicology report that he used to make that determination was that there was some metabolite of as well as something called 4-ANPP, fentanyl, lorazepam, phenobarbital, fentanyl, and parafluorotonil.
What?
Alright.
So, parafluorotonil is a novel, non-prescription synthetic opioid that has reached recreational drug market. It is structurally similar to fentanyl and the sea of fentanyl, expected to behave similarly to other opioids. It affects basically the central nervous system. And basically what that means is that it didn't come from a doctor, it didn't come from a prescription, it didn't come from anything other than a street drug of some sort. keeping in mind that we're not doctors, the best that we can explain it to you is that he went into cardiac arrest from a dose or overdose of a street form of.
But there's also cocaine in there. You know how they lacing stuff. So if it could have been that he got a hold of, well, that's what happened. He got a hold of some substance and it killed him.
There's more.
Yeah, this is the part that's going to suck, man.
The decedent's mother reportedly underwent drug testing and tested positive for norepinephrine, a metabolite, and some THC. But basically, what it's saying is that the fluoro that killed Jamari was in both his system and his mother's system.
By now, Jelaska's tears could no longer hide the truth. Detectives played their final card, hoping it might shatter his carefully constructed story once and for all.
Jelaska, man, this is the worst part of our job right here, is watching another human being hurt like that. Just sitting here and having a look at you doing it, man. I ain't got the words for you. You know what I mean? I don't. But I want to find out what happened with that baby. Because I agree with you, man. He ain't supposed to be dead. I agree with you, my friend.
Hopefully this helps make everything that we've said make sense in terms of why the details are so important. And why, if there's anything that you are holding back, anything, even if you don't think it's significant, we've got to know.
It was now clear that Jamari died because he was in close contact with some unknown substance that his body could not resist. Earlier, when detectives asked Gloria about this, she made a shocking revelation, which helped the detectives connect every dot.
I just wanted to show you a picture
Of what?
my baby.
Okay, well, Gloria, look, I'll look at that later when he's okay. I don't care to look at it right now.
It's so like that. He's so like that.
Gloria, you got anything in your system, sweetie?
What can I do?
You got anything in your system? Tell me the truth, don't lie to me. Okay, when did you last do it?
Well, about 2 days ago. Today is Sunday. No, today is Tuesday, Sunday.
Gloria, what else? What else?
That's it. I don't know if you're just kind of judging me by looking
No,
at
ma'am.
my
I'm not
face
judging
or
you.
whatever, but
I'm not judging you. And again, this ain't about you. This is about Jamari.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I hate when people ask me that question because a lot of people will sit here and they'll assume because of my skin from head to toe, I'm just tore up.
No,
okay,
that's not that. It's got nothing to do with that. It's because you couldn't hardly keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
I know you're tired, but your baby is in an ambulance going Lights and Sirens to Atlanta. I would be awake. So if there's something going on, I'm not judging you. I don't care about you. I don't mean that ugly, but I don't care about you. I care about Jamari. I don't care if you got in your system or whatever.
I can't be down there with my son at all. I can't be down there with my...
You willing to do anything you can to help yourself?
Yes. Yes. Anything.
I got a lady that you've ever taken a drug test? She said that she can give you one, and the only reason why we would do that is to see if there's anything in Jamari's system that could kill him.
Okay.
Can we do that?
And, yeah, I'm not saying I smoke weed.
I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that.
Okay.
What about, was that
No.
time you did heroin?
No, I don't do it.
What about
Oh man, I ain't did it in about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go to the doctor at Laurelwood, if y'all are familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Laurelwood and see my psychiatrist. But that was almost about a year ago that I did.
Could it have been somewhere in the room that he could have gotten
Oh
to?
no, I don't have any pills or nothing like that in there.
After this shocking revelation, detectives began to suspect what happened wasn't just carelessness. there was something far more deliberate at play, and though they didn't know it yet, their answer was just around the corner. For now, they turned their focus towards uncovering more about his growing obsession with.
Another thought is that maybe when you were spraying last night, that you got something on one of his toys or something, and he put it in his mouth. That's another option. Okay. So I'm thankful that you're willing to do whatever you got to do.
Yes, anything, man. That's my best friend. I cannot lie. I cannot lose my best friend. Me and God would be at war. I can't.
Would you be willing to also go back with us to the house and let us look around and see what all's in your room, like the bug spray and stuff?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
We're just looking for answers like you are.
Me, I want to know them too.
I mean, we can't give any answers to the hospital if we don't know anything.
Even after everything, detectives were still struggling to understand the motives behind this horrific crime. Gloria and Jelaska had staged the tragedy to look like an accident, and their past revealed a chilling pattern of abuse. Both had previously been arrested and jailed for mistreating their first child. But then everything changed. On June 5, 2023, Jelaska's so-called homegirl, Victoria Iacopelli, voluntarily called 911. Her call ripped the case wide open, unraveling the carefully constructed lies and exposing the shocking truth that had been hidden all along.
You had left me a message about
the
case.
The Michelle Stringer. I was told you're the investigator on the case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Her boyfriend lives 2 doors down from me, and when the first died, he asked if I would be his alibi, and I said no. Okay. I have a bazillion text messages from him.
When did y'all's interaction first start?
All right, let me go to the text messages. She randomly messaged me on... sorry. I have to go down a bit. Around the time the died, which was in... in February? Is that right?
Yeah, but I need...
Hang on, I'm trying to...
the date is.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you the... I have to go all the way down to my text messages.
But the text message came after the had died? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And what was odd to me is, your child died, but you're more worried about your boyfriend. So, you know what I'm saying? It's odd.
Yeah. Not that it necessarily matters. I just need to know, like, for sure, You said he asked you to be his alibi. So, I mean, why would he think you would do that? I mean, did you guys have some sort of relationship, even though...
I mean, like when I see him at the apartments, not anymore, but when I see I'm at the apartments, we would like smoke cigarettes together and, hey, how are you, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, he's just my neighbor. But he told me what had happened to the child, and he was like, would you say that I was with you? And I said no, and he said this right in front of my mom. She's also a witness to it.
Why did he specify why he was needing you to do that?
Yeah, he said she was trying to frame him, quote unquote, which I knew wasn't, the case.
And finally, Victoria revealed even more chilling details about them, exposing the full scope of the tragedy and bringing the case to its shocking conclusion.
They're both big addicts.
Tell
both
me
of
how
them.
you know that.
Because I physically have seen him smoke off tinfoil in the hallway, the breezeway at the retreat.
How do you know it's...
Because he told me it was.
Oh, okay.
He's like pretty dumb about it, you know what I mean? But anyway, so, that happens. And I said, so what happened with, the baby? He said, I don't know. I went outside to call you and to see if you could give me a ride. And I come in and Jamari is just face down. And I said, did he ingest any? Because that's the first thing that I thought, that the baby ingested. He's like, I don't know, but, I went to jail 7 years prior for our first kid. And I said, what? So I Googled his name. And, they both got arrested, a couple, 5-6 years ago for another child, for breaking the collarbone on the kid. So I was like, okay, this is weird. And he asked me literally, she's trying to put me in jail again because I went to jail for that and I didn't do that. She did. Will you just say, that I was with you? And I said, I can't do that, And he said, well, I'm going to all the meetings with the cops, but the way he wasn't grieving either. You know what I'm saying? And he was asking me to be an alibi. He was with her. He admitted they were doing that day. I mean, I can show you everything I have. So
he admitted that to you?
Yes.
Verbally?
Verbally, and I also have text messages, of can you pick me up? I mean, you can look through my phone. I'll show you. But I'm telling you, he even told my mom.
Okay, so he actually verbally said to you that they were both doing that night.
Yes, and the morning.
And the next morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And that he believed he got a hold of it.
Not he believed, he knows.
Oh, he knew he got a hold of it.
Yes.
Victoria's revelation didn't just provide answers, it raised even bigger questions. Had Jelaska already known that Jamari had stopped breathing and called her to help craft his story? And why did Gloria point to the bug spray, as if they already knew Jamari was intoxicated? With these questions looming and all the evidence in hand, the case finally moved to the courtroom, where the final verdict would be delivered. The investigation uncovered a dark and painful truth. Toxicology reports, witness accounts, and a troubling history all pointed to something far more deliberate than a tragic accident. After a year of court battles, on June 3, 2024, Gloria Stringer finally pleaded guilty. She was sentenced to 20 years with 10 to be served behind bars. But while Gloria took the fall, Jelaska walked free. His cooperation with detectives earned him immunity, leaving many to question. Did justice really find its way to everyone responsible? Or did someone quietly escape the weight of what happened?